Oh, yo, what is going on? It's the DFS Shark, and we are back with another day. It is January 18th, and we got a good slate of some NBA hoops today. Smaller slate than usual, but there is some good plays that I'm liking. To quickly recap, and we will get into these plays here in just a bit, we hit about 2 out of 5 of our plays yesterday, so we ended up not cashing for the day. Only 2 out of our 5 players actually hit their lines in the lineup yesterday, and it was just a crazy day in general. For basketball, with Giannis being out and the way the Bucks played, it was pretty crazy. I'll talk about that in a bit and how that affected the outcome of our lines. I gave you the quick rundown in every single video, win or loss. We're winning most nights, but some nights we're going to take losses like yesterday, right? So we're going to go over that as well and what happened. But before we get into that, if you are new or you're thinking about signing up for PrizePicks, there's a promo code below. Drop that code in on sign up and they'll give you up to 100% match deposit bonus, right? And then from there, if you get an extra $50, if you throw in 50, they're going to give you 50. From there, you can choose to tell my plays. You can watch my videos, watch other videos and see how everyone is playing the market, because everyone plays PrizePicks differently, right? So it's all about figuring out what works for you, what style you like best. Do you like the smaller slips, the 2-man plays? Or do you like the 5-man plays? Or if you're not even sure how PrizePicks works either, drop me a comment. I'm happy to explain it to you, how the payouts and the odds and everything like that works if you need some help with that. But drop that code in when you sign up, and they'll give you up to 100% match deposit bonus. And also, the DFS Shark Tank, like I've said in the past, is a spot to be when it comes to getting these lines. I've already sent the plays I'm about to go over right now in the Discord at about 6:30 this morning. So I do that because a lot of times when I'm going through these plays, which might even happen this video, right? The lines may change. The lines may get bumped off completely, bumped up or bumped down. It's the way it rolls. I play a lot of heavy juice lines as well, which means minus 130, minus 140 odds. So the odds of that player going over that line or under that line are usually on our side with these plays. And so that means if a lot of people are hitting those same plays, they're probably going to get bumped up, bumped down, or just taken off completely. So always keep that in mind. If you want to get access to these plays early for absolutely free, the Discord is below. The DFS Shark Tank, that's where I'm going to be giving away all the plays every morning. And if I ever add any plays throughout the day, I always add them on there as well. But let's get into yesterday's plays, right? Let's throw that up here so we can take a look at it. Man, Ingram, our top play of the day, absolutely crushed it. He had that line pretty much at halftime. He was just below, and then as soon as the third quarter started, he hit that line, I believe. So that was a pretty easy one. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. And the next 3 here, it was rough, man. So just before game time on the Bucks, Giannis got announced that he would be out for the day, right? And so everybody was running to put in those lines. Trying to put the overs on, Dame, Middleton, Beasley, and it ended up being a disaster. The Bucks looked absolutely horrible last night. They couldn't hit nothing. They ended up finishing with like 40%, but that was mainly from their backups who played like the whole third and fourth quarter, right? Their starters, Lillard, I think he got the most minutes out of all starters. He only played 25 minutes, right? Middleton had like 2 points. He missed like 10 or 11, 12 shots. Couldn't make nothing, and Beasley just couldn't hit a shot either, right? So it was absolutely terrible. What was crazy was we had this Beasley line at 11 and a half points and assists. After that news came out, I went back and checked, and the line actually went up to 14 and a half points and assists. So I thought we had this one for sure. I thought for sure he was going to hit this line. No Giannis. I mean, that's 20 to 30 more shot attempts that they're going to be getting, right? And it just didn't work out that way. It just shows you why the NBA on any given night can just be crazy, right? You never know how things are going to go. You would think with Giannis out, Dame, Middleton, all these guys are going to score more. Nope, didn't happen that way. And that's just the way it rolls. So next we had Isaiah Stewart, who we had a bad beat here as well. He only played like 24 minutes. He usually plays 30 plus. Down the stretch at the end of the game, I wasn't watching this game, so I don't know exactly what happened. He wasn't in any foul trouble, but he got taken out of the game completely. He didn't even play like the last 7 to 8 minutes. And so that really hurt us. The minutes he was out there, he was getting rebounds and assists. So he would have hit this line if he could have played those minutes. Another bad beat there. And the last one, Capella, just an absolutely terrible performance. Capella as a player, I might have to throw on the do not play list after that one. At halftime, he had 0 rebounds. 0 rebounds, which is insane to me, you know, for you to be a big man, a center, and to have 0 rebounds, and he played 15 minutes in the first half. So, I mean, it happens, right? There's nothing you can do about those kind of performances. He ended up finishing with like 3 rebounds and assists or something. So, terrible performances by those 3 players. Isaiah Stewart, not as much. He just didn't get the minutes. But Beasley and Capella really let us down. Anthony Edwards, one of my favorite player, actually came through for us, got the rebounds, and we actually have another play on Edwards tonight. He's a guy I've been targeted all year when it comes to overs. He can get it done in multiple ways, and I got a different line tonight that I'm gonna be going over. But yeah, I'm liking the slate tonight. Let's dive in and see what we're gonna be on today. All right, so diving in here, we got DGF Daily Grind. This is where I start every single day when it comes to finding those lines. I like going over the top 2 plays for you every morning, so you can get a different look if you want to add in some plays or get a little bit of a variety going. These are some good plays to take a look at, right? We got Kobe White, rebounds and assists over 9.5. DGF has him at a 53.95% odds to hit. So those are really good odds, pretty much almost at that 54% rate. Minus 136, and you can see here, BetMGM and Caesars have this at a minus 145 and minus 142. Minus 145 from Bovada too. So just looking at that, if I was blindly putting bets in, or putting plays in and I knew nothing, I would probably feel comfortable putting something like that in, just because I know the odds makers are heavy on him to go over. So there's certain factors that are affecting that, and you can dive in and figure out what those are, but they're liking him to go heavy over, right? And then Dortz on the Thunder, the second play, they got him rebounds over 3.5, right? So another play, you know, to consider if you're looking for some extra plays to throw together, right? You can throw those in a 2-man slip. But Daily Grind, man, the absolutely best tool when it comes to finding the best lines every single day. Tons of thousands of lines every single night. You don't want to spend your time digging through those. You know, use something like DGF to break it down, to filter down by sports books, odds to hit, all your different places, your DFS sites, or you got PrizePicks, Underdog, Parlay Play. A lot of people are using Sleeper. So a lot of different sites here, but Daily Grind, if you want to check it out, I have partnered up with them. Drop that code in SHARK for 25% off your first month, and they will hook you up. But let's dive into the plays for today. All right, let's see what we got. So I always start with my number 2 play of the day, and we are going to be running it back on a player who let us down the other night, but I'm liking his line tonight. Right? Let me just put his first name here so it's easier. So we're going Scotty Barnes. And the line is going to be the exact same line he let us all down on the other night. So if you are on this, it's up to you if you want to put this away. And I'm going to run it back on him tonight. Scotty Barnes, over 1.5 3-pointers made. Right? He is a shooter, man. He sometimes the game we had him, he just decided to shoot 2 shots. Right? We don't need that tonight. We need him to throw up at least 6+. But he's a really good shooter, and I like him getting this done. Let's go over the game here and see what we're looking at. So it's the first game of the night, one of the first games. Bulls at Raptors. Raptors are going to be a +2.5. Now, keep in mind, the Raptors just traded Pascal Siakam. They just traded him, right? And he was one of their top scorers. So that's going to open up a lot more shots for the team. And with that, they believe they got Bruce Brown on the trade, who is a point guard, but he is a game time decision also. So there's a chance he doesn't play tonight. But with Pascal gone, Scotty Barnes, it opens up a lot more shots for him, right? He's pretty much the main guy on the offense now. So I'm liking Siakam here. I mean, Scotty Barnes here to hit this over, right? He has been 59% on the year, right? 59% on the year. His last 5, his last 10, he's been, right at that 40% mark. So not the absolute worst, but not the best either. We could do a lot better. His last 20 over 55%. But the thing I like about Barnes is when it comes to his shooting, he isn't the most accurate 3-point shooter, right? He's at a 36%. I'm usually liking 40% 50% plus up. Those are my favorite guys when it comes to shooting, but I like how Barnes gets heavy minutes, right? 35 minutes a game he's averaging. Now that he's pretty much their main guy on that team without Pascal in there, he should be throwing up a lot more shots, right? He should be shooting a lot more, especially this game, as they're trying to figure out which route they want to go without him, right? So I'm liking Scotty Barnes here. It's going to be a close, tight played game. You can see here, they are a +2.5. So anytime that spread's under 3, most likely a lot of times it should play out as a tight, close play game, which means that Scotty Barnes is going to be on the court all night, and he should be on the court to finish out the game if it's close, right? That's what we want. That's what you always want when you're looking to hit overs. You want players who are just on the court as long as they can be, because the longer you're on the court, the better you have a chance of hitting that line, right? And so Scotty Barnes is going to be our play. If we look at some injuries here, Andre Drummond on the Bulls game time decision. Bruce Brown, like I said, game time decision as well. Jacob Puedo out. Otto Porter still a game time decision as well. So Scotty Barnes, man, we're going to be running it back on him. I think he can get some shots off. I think he can hit us this over 1.5 3-pointers made. He's done it plenty before. You can see here, he has some upside. He hit 7 threes in this game here. He's hit 3 threes a lot of games. It's just recently there's been a little bit of a struggle, but this 0 here, this is the game we had him. He just didn't shoot. He only shot 2 3-pointers. So I don't expect that to happen tonight. I expect him to be throwing up some shots. But Scotty Barnes is going to be our number 2 play of the day. And let's see what RotoWire has him at. So RotoWire has him making 2 3-pointers, exactly 2 on 5 shot attempts. And you can see here he shoots at about 36.8%. So that's what they got him shooting at about. So I'm liking those projections from RotoWire. They have him going over this line as well. Let's dive into the next play here. Our top play of the day, player I'm really liking, John Collins. I have not had a play on him yet, but I've been seeing his stats, his trends recently, and tonight was a good night to jump on board with him. So we're going to be going more than 7.5 rebounds and assists, and it's good these lines haven't changed. Normally when I'm putting these in, they change. So far we're good. We're 2 for 2 on that. But John Collins, more than 7.5 rebounds and assists. And let's take a look at the line, right? So they're playing the Thunder, another close play tight game. The Jazz have been playing really well lately. So another tight spread here. I'm looking for the Jazz to stay in this game, keep it close, and really battle it out. So let's dive into John Collins here, right? And so what's interesting about him is we really dive into the numbers here. 55% on the year on rebounds and assists, right? So that's a really good number. Out of 38 games, he's hit this line 21 times. And you can see the upside with this guy. 15 rebounds, or 15 total here, right? 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. And the reason I'm getting the rebounds and assists and not just rebounds is because he can sneak in some assists, like 3, 2. He can get you 2 to 3 assists a game, and that can be the difference in us hitting that line, right? And so let's take a look at the D they're playing, OKC. So OKC is pretty soft against rebounds and assists overall. And then if we filter down by center, right there, 23rd and 26th. So bottom third of the league when it comes to those stats against centers, right? So John Collins here. So the thing that I'm worried about with John Collins, and this is something to be aware of, is the amount of minutes he plays, right? He's only at 27.9 minutes averaging over the year. And we look at his last 10, he's at about 23.1. But what's interesting about John Collins, this is going to be a close play tight game. So if you really dive into the numbers here, right? So he's averaging about 23 minutes, right? Keep that in mind. Let's say we dial this up to about, let's say if we can just get John Collins on the court for 25 minutes, say it's a close game, right? He jumps up to 62%. Now remember, we take this off, right? And this is how you want to filter down these players when you're looking at outlier, when you're trying to really dive in. He's at 55% on the year, right? Now, but he's averaging 23 points a game. So we need him. Let's say he plays 25 minutes for us. When he's at 25 minutes, he's hitting this line 62% of the time. Let's say it's a close play game and he's done it before. 35 minutes here, 35 minutes here. Let's say he plays 30 plus minutes for us, right? Boom. So when he's played 30 plus minutes, he's hit this line 92% of the time, right? 12 out of 13 games he has played those minutes. And this one was against the Lakers here 5 nights ago. He ended up playing, I don't know exactly how much minutes that is. Oh, right here, 34 minutes. So keep that in mind. If John Collins gets his minutes, if he can get over 25 minutes, he has a really strong chance of hitting this line. If he gets over 30 plus minutes, a really, really strong chance, right? So John Collins here, I am liking this play. He's playing OKC is soft on rebounds and assists, especially against big men. So John Collins, man, we're looking for him to hit this line. Even if he plays 23 minutes, you can see he's still averaging right around 55% for the season. So he can still hit this line on limited minutes, but it definitely increases our chances if he's on the court more and longer as well. So when you're looking at Outlier, this is something to keep in mind, right? Really dive in and break down these different things, right? If a player was out, you want to see who Collins is going to be playing with, like what he's done without, right? Let's just say, let's take a player, for example. Let's just say Jordan Clarkson was out, right? Okay, that adjusts. So every game he's played without Jordan Clarkson, he's hit this line 71% of the time, right? And so those are the things you want to keep an eye on when it comes to Outlier. You don't want to just look at just season. It's good to look at season, last 5, last 10, last 20, but look at how, is he going to play more minutes because of the spread? Is he going to be playing less minutes? Is a player hurt? Is he going to be playing with or without that player? So really break it down and dive deep. Take advantage of this tool. And if this is a tool you like, if you like looking at numbers like this, if you like studying trends, I partnered up with Outlier also. Below there is a link in my description, right? Sign up there. You actually get a free 7-day trial. So nothing to lose there, actually. You're just going to test it out, see if it's for you, right? See if it's a fit. I use it every single day. You can see it really gives you an edge when you're diving into these plays like this, because that's something I would have not known. And that's not something you can really just search on Google and find from any site, right? You have to really be specific on what you're searching for. And this also gives you like injury updates and the matchup, offense, defense, rankings, and stats. So hands down, one of my favorite tools. This and DGF just complement each other beautifully for me. And those are my 2 go-to tools. All right, so let's dive into our next top 3 plays of the day, right? Our first one of those 3 is going to be Edwards. And we had him yesterday on the 4.5 rebounds to go over. And he hit that line. And you can see his line has been adjusted here to 5.5 now because he's been hitting that line. But before they adjust this, I want to hit it. Anthony Edwards over 4.5 assists. If you watch Anthony Edwards, you know he is just a beast. My favorite player. He can get it done in multiple ways, and he can hit you in multiple ways, right? Whether that's rebounds, assists, points scored, whatever, 3-pointers, all-around player, man. So 4.5 assists. They are playing Memphis. It's going to be blowout potential, right? Blowout potential, but hoping Memphis can keep this close. I'm hoping Edwards can hit this line pretty early for us in case he gets pulled. But I'm liking this line on Edwards. Another player I'm liking is DeRozan. And we're going to be going more than PRA 29.5, right? I think this is just going to be a big game for DeRozan. He's playing Toronto, so you know that's his old team. You got that revenge factor in there as well. And DeRozan has also been hitting this line all year as well, right? He's at like over a 58% hit rate on this actual line for the season. And you add in the fact that he's playing Toronto. I'm really liking this play here on DeRozan. And they are hurting a little on defense without Pascal now. So I'm taking advantage of that. And we're going to be going DeRozan. And then for our last play, we're going to be going Giddey, right? We're going to do points and rebounds. So this line did change. In the Discord, I put this in at 15.5. 15.5 is what I got it at, right? It has jumped up a half point to 16. So up to you if you want to put this one in, or keep an eye on it all day. I doubt it will go down. If anything, it will get taken off. But we're going to be going Giddey over 15.5 points and rebounds. So to quickly recap, our top play of the day, John Collins, over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Scotty Barnes, over 1.5 3-pointers made. Anthony Edwards, over 4.5 assists. DeRozan, over 29.5 PRA, points, rebounds, assists. And then we got Giddey. They have him here at 16. I was able to get him at 15.5 points in rebounds, and I'm taking the over there as well. Boom. And that's going to be it for the top PrizePicks play of the day. We are looking for a rebound type of night. Last night just didn't turn out good just because of those performances from players, right? It was a weird night. They were just not playing well, right? Which is going to happen, though, if you're playing overs a lot, if you're playing unders a lot, depending on what you're playing, these things are going to happen. You're going to have some players just playing out of their minds, some playing running around where they don't look like they know what they're doing at all, right? So you just never know what you're going to get on these lines every night. You put in your best play, you do your best research, you put in your best plays out there, right? And whatever happens from that point happens, it's out of your control, right? You can't go on the court and shoot yourself. You can't go out there and play defense. And if that was the case, we would all get destroyed, right? So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I appreciate y'all for who are rocking with me, who are helping me grow this channel by hitting that like, subscribe, and even comments help. Comments help more than you think, right? To show some support and some love. But yeah, man, like I said, I appreciate it. We are going to be running it back tonight. I'm hoping to have a rebound type of night. If you are new to the channel, I go over my plays like this every single day. I share my top plays. I break them down. I give some insights onto what I'm looking at and how I'm looking at these stats, trends, and different factors, right? The odds makers. So if you like this, hit that like button. The main purpose of this channel is for us to beat PrizePicks together, whether that is you telling me, following my plays, or you just getting insight to what I'm looking at and then kind of doing your own research from there. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hit that like. Let's run those likes up. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Take care.